I can definitely smell you.
Thank you.
And so,
Thank
do you use toothpaste?
No. Our early ancestors didn't brush, didn't floss,
brush?
didn't get cavities.
Do you brush?
I don't use toothpaste. I don't brush. I don't floss.
You don't even deal with the mouth.
And I don't get cavities.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. And do you
I think I'm going to do a disservice to your listeners if I don't just at least tell them this. If you don't want to get cavities, get the fat-soluble system, right? You need vitamin A, D, K, and E. In other words, you need to eat liver, bone marrow, egg yolks, get sun.
It's a one-stop shop. Liver is just helping everything.
Oh, I know what I want.
Well, I know about this stuff, and you have to mechanically load the teeth. So if you're eating baby food, if you're eating stuff where you're not mechanically loading, then you're still going to have oral health issues. So you need to mechanically load, and you need that kind of nutrition. You're going to be good to go.
Liver King. Now, do you have to have sex in a certain position because you're so big, and sometimes fat guys have a problem. They have to go into a certain position.
Yeah.
I mean, you're massive, right? So
Yeah.
and also, I don't know how well endowed you are, but like, what's the situation with your what position? Do you have to go in a position, or are you guys fully flexible? Because you're both very muscular.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Never talk about my wife in this context.
Oh, okay.
But with all seriousness,
That's fair.
Damn, he's gonna
That's
kill
respectful.
you, dude. He just looked at you like.
Yeah, I don't talk about my sex life, with the queen in that level of detail. What I'll tell you is this:
Cause y'all got that weird bed. Like that's not.
Oh.
we have wooden planks, But here's the thing:
That's not.
you don't need a fucking bed to have sex.
Yeah, I
right?
wonder where would you do it if not on the bed and on the wooden planks, just on the earth?
Anywhere and everywhere else. It's
Anywhere.
like, is that the only place you have sex? And if that's the only place you have sex, I feel sorry for you. But
Right.
I mean, especially if you have kids, because if you have kids, you got to be opportunistic.
You got to
right?
get it in real quick.
And
also, your kids are homeschooled, so God, you know what I mean?
But I always say this: you earn the life and wife and sex life that you behold. And we attract our complementary opposites. And if you want to wake up next to a person that you love and you absolutely lust, you owe it to yourself and you owe it to her to express
He's a respectful king. That was very respectful.
But this is the deal. I want to get this message out because there's too many people. They get married, they get comfortable, and then they gain 5 pounds a year in perpetuity. And now they've been married for 10 years, and now they weigh 220 pounds each. And now you're less attracted to that person. And now you're looking outside of the marriage. You're looking outside of the relationship for what you deem to be sexy and lustworthy. You still love the person, but you don't wake up lusting that person.
Right.
And so I feel like you owe it to yourself, you owe it to her to express your highest and most dominant physical form. And guess what? She'll do the same. You pull each other forward in that ecosystem. And what a gift this is. This is not an incredible amount of work you have to do every day, right? You commit to 30 minutes a day, a couple of days a week, and you're going to produce such a physical specimen of yourself, and you're going to feel great. And guess what? She's your complementary opposite. She's going to look the same way. And imagine you get to wake up to the person that you know is a 10 every fucking day.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Are you into semen retention? You seem like a guy who'd be into that.
Why?
I don't know. You like to hold in all the vitamins.
Why? How can you say I seem like a guy and I say why?
But
I don't know.
It's
There's
just
a
a
lot of-
vibe.
yeah.
You hold in. You got to keep all the nutrients. I guess the semen
No,
retention
no.
thing is about like I hold on to the masculine energies and.
It's just,
I don't
there's a
know.
lot of bro science
Yeah,
out
it's bro.
there
But
on Instagram
but
and
you didn't
everywhere
answer.
else.
So I do things based out of first principle thinking and what our early ancestors did and what modern day
And they were not
trying
doing
to do.
semen retention.
There's not only is there no semen retention, right? There's no discussion of that kind of shit.
We don't talk about it.
No,
How do you know they didn't talk about it?
You know what?
It's the
I
most
don't
fun
know
you
that.
can have with
Yeah.
yourself. Why? I'm sure the.
You think early man jerked off?
Ooh, are you kidding me?
I mean, what else
dude?
are they gonna do?
They got no time. They have so much time in the day to fill.
So
I'd be
Here's what I'm
going
going to do. On part two, when we do this again,
Yeah.
I'm going to have I have a list of questions I ask these tribes. God forbid, I don't know what they're going to think of.
Wait,
me
you're
when I
gonna
start
ask
asking.
them?
I'm
Like,
going to
yo,
start asking them this question.
Oh, I'd love
times
to
do you
know
jerk
how
off?
many times you
I'm
jerk
going to
off.
ask them
Yeah.
about jerking off and semen retention, and then I'm going to report back because this is not.
I'm sure they don't do semen retention.
well, we went on another podcast. It was Pardon My Take, and they asked this question. And
Someone asked you this already?
PFT, my man.
Who the fuck can
yeah,
answer? Who
it was
asked you
Billy
that?
Football.
Oh, it was Billy.
It was Billy Football. But those guys are giants, man. I love those guys.
Yeah.
In their respective fields. These are great guys. And so I'm like, you know what? This is the first time I ever heard about it. And I'm thinking, why and again, now you guys are asking. So now this is something that someone is trying
We
to
need
advance.
to look into it.
Let me look into it. Let me actually set the record straight.
Is masturbation allowed in the primal? To be primal, is masturbating primal?
Well, to each their own. Here's what I'll
Yeah.
say about that. When you wake up next to your fucking 10,
You don't need it.
you wake up.
What if you're
next to your
single
10.
primal?
If you're single primal, listen, I can't tell you from personal experience, right?
You don't jerk off,
I don't jerk off because I got a fucking 10 next to me.
right? King.
But when you were single,
Yeah, when you were. I mean,
you must have.
Of course.
okay, all right,
Okay,
good.
there
You
you
don't
go.
jerk off when you're single. What the fuck is wrong
Yeah,
with you?
You can't be going out
In
with
fact,
a loaded
I even
gun.
talked to my kids about this. I'm like, you guys better be doing that.
All right, hold
You
on.
know,
I
You can't
want to.
go out with a